Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Non-League 2 Premier League here with Bath City. Sitting third in the table here, quite comfortably within the playoff spots. A good, 14 points clear from 7th. But we are up 9 points behind Rochdale. 37 games played, and we find ourselves 9 points behind with, what's that, five more games this month as we come, maybe six. Come up against Solihull Moors, then Halifax, Sutton, Boreham, Truro. Going into next month, Forest Green, Harrogate, Hartlepool. A nice week off there as we come up against Southend in our final game. That could be a very important game there for the last game of the season towards the promotion push. We come up today against Solihull Moors, who are in 7th place, so they are going to be a hard team to play against. And we need to go in and we need to pick our lineup. Alvin Jones, let's go for our quick pick here. Probably pull out one of our best lineups. Alves out on the right. We have been enjoying the young man Rivers, the young man Diot here, who for us has been quite good playing on that right hand side. But we are going to go with Alves today, although I do want to put young Diot on the bench. I want to keep trying to give him game time. Byron will come on for Parcell. Alvin Jones needs to come off. Going to drop White back there. And then bring on Warrior. Pete, they're not sure on his fitness. So do we start Keto? Do we start Beardmore? I think we start Beardmore. And move Jenkins Davies to the left. Beardmore down the middle. Windsor potentially up top. Although Orsi's been very good for us. So it's a toss up. But I think I'm going to go Windsor today. Paco Avoki. He's another potential. Do I take Jenkins Davies off and play Windsor on the left? Would I prefer Windsor off the bench? I think I would as a bench option. So that will be our lineup for today. Every game ever so important, especially against these top playoff sides in the top 7. We need to keep racking up our points and keep trying to put pressure on the top 2. Like we've just seen Southend on the last game of the season could be deadly important if we can get a good run of form and keep winning our games up until the end of the season. Looking hopefully for promotion. We want to keep rising to the Premier League as quick as we can. The only problem with promotion, I think I've touched on it before, is I do feel like we need a massive squad overhaul to be able to battle up in League 2. You know, a few of these players have been with us since the National League South, especially our centre-back partnership. Will they be able to make the step up into League 2? I'm not overly convinced they will be able to. Batten, Parcell, Byron in League 2 sounds dangerous. Tilson again in midfield. Can he make the step up to League 2? He potentially can, but he is getting on a bit. Is Alves going to be good enough? Beardmore, are they going to be good enough? I think the only player really in the lineup who I definitely think I'm fine with would be Casagrande, potentially Jenkins Davies, and then potentially our strikers. Although they've not performed every season, game in, game out, I do feel they are good enough to make a step up to League 2, especially for a side who are probably going to be battling relegation for our first season. But we can see what comes up on the market towards the end of the year, especially free transfers, and try and make that step up, that step forward. If we do get promotion, I'm maybe looking to go to a bit more of a defensive formation, you know, a sort of a 5-4-1, just to try and, you know, get a few points, a few draws, beat them on the counter attack, and really just hope that we can somehow avoid the relegation. But first of all, we do need to get promoted from here. And I do know for a fact if we're in the playoffs, I don't know how likely we are to get promoted and beat some of the sides we may have come up against. But Tilson with a great ball to Beardmore. He needs to square that. Somehow it's gone in, an own goal off Caden Wilson. But Beardmore with a big involvement again. He's been a very pivotal player this season, which has shocked me game on game. He keeps doing it. I think he should have shot first time there. He didn't. And number 22 there, Wilson's just tapped it past his keeper to give Bath the lead. Jenkins Davies absolutely knackered out there already. Maybe I should have started Windsor. We did last play only a few days ago, so they haven't had a major rest my side. it's good to see us 1-0 up, and it's good to see the two centre-backs and the keeper having a good performance. You're not going to win if you're less likely to win if you keep conceding. At half-time, Jenkins Davies is going to have to come off. I am going to go Windsor. I was tempted by Diop, but I want this strong lineup against another team in the playoff spots currently. They are down in 7th and 8th place. We're on the same amount of points, so this could actually knock them out the playoff spots, which obviously isn't necessarily our aim. Our aim is just to keep winning for ourselves and not worry about what's around us. But Beardmore picks it off nicely. Plays it to Windsor, to Warraher, back to Byron, out wide now to Georgiou. Forward to Windsor again, inside to Warraher. Quick to Tilson. Avoki, Beardmore, Avoki. Breaks his duck. Finally, Avoki back amongst the goals. Linking up with his partner, Beardmore, from the start of the season. And you'll see it all start here from Beardmore winning it back from a poor pass. And we just start to play it around. Beardmore to Windsor, back inside to Warraher. Back to Byron, who went out wide to Georgiou, who came back up wide to Windsor, inside straight with Warraher, tapped it to Tilson. Tilson with options ahead of him. A quick 1-2 between Avoki and Beardmore. Like I said, these two were quite the pair at the start of the year. Hopefully for the run-in at the end of the season, they can keep working on that partnership. And the problem with Beardmore is Jenkins Davies is there, and technically, according to the game, Jenkins Davies is the better player, but I've got way more out of Beardmore this season. And you'll see the team becoming very tired here, about 60 minutes in. 3 of our 4 defenders are quite tired. Tilson and Alves and Beardmore also all looking tired. We may have to look at making some subs, so I'm going to go a quick pause to this game. I'm going to take my time with these subs and see what I've got. Luke Russ can come on for Tilson. White can come off for Avon Jones. Batten can come off for Parcell. Georgiou for Diawa. That's all my subs used. Let's hope we don't get an injury or a red card or anything. But the fresh legs are on the pitch, including pretty much a whole new defence, which is a dodgy thing to do. Because if they don't get into the game quickly, you could be punished. But Luke Russ picks up the ball. Back to Warraher, who's had a good game, to be fair. Keto Diawa down to Windsor. Windsor now will hold it up into Keto. Keto with some space. He's got drilled this across the box. He does. And that's Paco with Avoki again. Remember the name. This is just what I need coming into the end of the season. The team passing it well. A gap comes between the centre-back and the right-back for Keto. And Paco Avoki on the edge of the 6-yard box running in. An easy tapping header, but this is what he needs for his confidence. And that's Bath 3. Solihull Moors 0. A dominant display so far. And here we go again with Beardmore with the ball to Avoki. Back to Beardmore. Warraher again with a great ball across the Windsor. Flicks it in. That's not going to make its way to Avoki. And it's a chance for Solihull to get forward. Russ there needs to be a bit more direct and get that tackle in early. He's allowed them just to drive into the box and conceded a corner there, which luckily nothing comes from it. Coming into the final 15 minutes or so now. And that's a poor attempt at a pass to Alves there, giving away the throw into Solihull in our own third. A quick 1-2, a deep ball into the back post. And Keto easily beaten in the air by Jacob Wakeling. And that's 1 goal back for the opponents. It's going to be a tough final 15 minutes now. Can we hold on to this lead? Into the final 10. You'd hope we won't concede 2 from here, but it's not impossible. And we're running down the clock now quite nicely into the final 5 minutes. I'm expecting a win here, but you see Beardmore and Alves absolutely out on their feet. Giving their all for the team. Everyone has this season to keep pushing for that promotion. Attempting to go back to back. And that is full-time 3-1. I'm sad to lose the clean sheet. Probably partly my fault by changing pretty much the whole defence. But that is okay as long as we walk away with the win, which we have done. And you'll see Al Hilal apparently coming in. So we sit 3rd in the table still. Rochdale have already secured their playoff spot. Let's quickly do this press conference and see. We are now only 3 points behind Southend. We are 9 points behind Rochdale soon. At the moment, sorry. And our next game against Halifax down in 23rd. A good week away, so the team should get a good rest. So hopefully we can keep up this good run. If you did enjoy this episode, please do leave a like, please do subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.